Over the weekend, during the nice weather, Sean and I went for the first official stand-up paddleboard session of 2020, which, if you've seen the previous videos I made this week, you'll know. We love our boards. Sean has the Key West Stella, I have the HYDROFORCE Cruiser Tech, and when they're pumped up to the proper PSI, they're great to ride, really fun. However, when I got my board last year, I noticed that the pump that came with the HYDROFORCE, which was a HYDROFORCE brand pump, wasn't attaching properly to the valve on the board, so I couldn't pump it up as rigid as it needed to be. Now, the pump that came with the HYDROFORCE was a pretty good quality pump. It's got an electronic gauge on it for the PSI, so when you are pumping it up, it tells you when you get to 15 PSI, which is what you need to get it to. But as I said, the connector piece from the hose to the valve on the board wasn't clicking into place. And I realized that the problem was the hose that came out of the pump was not fitted correctly to the connector that went into the valve. So you could have twisted and turned these, which meant that I couldn't get a proper grip into the valve when I put the connector in. However, I think I've fixed this issue now, and here's how I did it. Come closer. So I think I fixed the problem that I had with the valve on my HYDROFORCE Cruiser Tech. So the problem was, this is a pretty decent pump and it's got an electronic thing on it that shows you the PSI. Like that. But what I had to do is put clear silicone gel around the tube and the connector piece to the valve. And I think that seems to have done the trick, because I can't hear any air escaping and it seems to be getting to pressure. So hopefully I won't have to buy a new one. 2020 reviews coming at yous, about to get in that deep blues. If you have an inflatable stand-up paddleboard and you've got a similar problem, maybe give this little fix a try, because it worked for me. Now I'm thrilled that I don't have to buy a new pump. It's a real pain in the neck if you've got two boards and only one functional pump, because it takes about 9 minutes to pump up my board. Add another 9 minutes on to pump Sean's board. It takes you 20 minutes before you can get into the sea. Basically now we can pump up our boards at the same time, saves us a lot of time, saves us, well, it's the same amount of effort. But you know what I mean. Thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, wash your hands, all that stuff, and I'll speak to you next time.
Just wondering, would you take Zach for a swim down to Watchtower?
Yes, but it won't be until 1 o'clock-ish.
Okay, that's fine, yeah. He's so bored, he don't know what to do with himself then.
You going in more? This way more. Wait, this way. Come on. Ready? You alright? Go. Good boy. Come on then, catch it.